to another class through our web talk, also through our JD English Learning. Okay, I would like to say welcome to Jackie, welcome to Alexandra. I know Alexandra is in Russia, I guess, right now, maybe.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm from Russia. Hello.
all right. We have now Sumalani. Welcome, buddy, Jackie, and to Loan Pam. This is the second time I'm gonna have classes with her. Okay. Uh, this is a class created for Loan Pam. Okay, because of the level. Guys, right now I'm going to show you them some information about what we are going to do today. And remember, we are going to have a 1 hour class. Okay. So I'm going to show right now the screen. Allow me a few seconds. All right. As you can see, guys, this is them, the poster that I created for this wonderful class and taking into account students, web talkers from Vietnam, okay? Uh, right down the bottom, you will see exclusive class for Vietnamese. Anyway, everybody is invited to come, okay? This class, guys, I would like to appreciate to Mrs. Toro from Vietnam, also Mr. Team and JD English Learning, because of them, guys, we are doing this, okay? Of course, we have them some rules. We have some, let us say, a path for you to follow, guys, in order to complete this class properly. And let's keep going. For example, I have like, let me see here. We have some rules. Keep in mind, after 40 minutes, this class might be disconnected. If that happens, just come back. Just come back and we are gonna do it again, okay? And these are my rules, guys, on web talk when doing a class. Rule number one: wait for your name after any participation. Okay. Number two, on Zoom settings, you have the option to raise your hand if you have a question. Okay. Number three, please do not interrupt any participation. Number four, don't be afraid to speak. Okay. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to shoot you with questions. So we are going to try to do it the best way. Next, this is going to be pretty much the agenda we are going to handle with. We are going to have settings. Okay. Some of you don't know how to use Zoom. So far, I haven't had any problems so far. That's awesome. Then the rules, I just dictate you the rules, and I'm gonna let you know the purpose of the class, and we're gonna have a reading and writing activity, okay? So throughout this class, we are going to talk, guys, about sleeping and dreaming, okay? I did choose this class because of a personal situation, okay? I'm gonna tell you what my situation is. So, you are gonna answer some questions like, why is sleeping important? What happens with your brain and with your body if you sleep, if you don't sleep? Also, you are gonna answer the question, how can I sleep well? What should I take into account for me to sleep well? Also, you are going to answer some questions about what is insomnia, what causes it. Those are the questions you are going to solve it too. And also, we are going to break down all this topic into sleep. What is sleeping walking, talking in your sleep, nightmares, snoring. Oh my goodness. I have a friend who has her husband has this sleeping disorder. Okay. And finally, we are going to end up answering the question, what do we dream about and what affects our dreams? That is what we are going to solve today. So let me see here. I just had a message. Loan Pam said, good morning, teacher. I am working, so I'm here to listen. sorry, teacher. All right. And thanks, because of that, I'm gonna use something. I'm going to write down the names of those who don't want to participate, because we have to take into account that. I will let you respect that, okay? Let me open up here my notebook. I'm gonna, my pen, and I'm going to write down no participation. Wrong. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this class. Now I would like to show you guys them some pictures about this topic, sleeping disorders, okay? And before, we are going to listen to a track regarding this situation. So guys, you might have like more ideas about what we are going to speak today, okay? So listen to it.
Track 2.
I also had a strange dream last night.
Really? Tell me about it.
Well, I was in my room brushing my hair when the telephone rang.
In your dream?
Yes, in my dream. So I answered it, but there was no one on the line, and I got really angry and hung up. Then I went back to brushing my hair, and it started falling out.
What? Your hair?
Yes, it was awful.
Teachers, make the microphones.
Thank you so much. Even I had the same problem, students too. Guys, this is what we are gonna work with this track. However, I'm gonna repeat it one more time, and I'm gonna ask you some questions to everybody, okay? Listen to it one more time.
Track 2.
I also had a strange dream last night.
Really? Tell me about it.
Well, I was in my room brushing my hair when the telephone rang.
In your dream?
Yes, in my dream. So I answered it, but there was no one on the line, and I got really angry and hung up. Then I went back to brushing my hair, and it started falling out.
What? Your hair?
Yes, it was awful.
Hello.
All right, awesome, guys. Let's start asking you them some questions. So I'm gonna do it with my time. Remember, you can raise your hand using Zoom, okay? So my question is, did we have names in this recording? Did we have names? And this question goes to Alexandra.
No, honestly, I didn't hit any names. I just
Awesome.
They were talking about the dream, a strange dream.
That's correct. And what is going to be another question? And I'm going to go to Sumalani. Sumalani, what was the dream about?
It was a strange dream. It was about, I think it was about someone calling, but there is not available.
Yeah, that is the answer. And in that case, I have a second question, and this question goes to my time. Sumalani just said that was a dream about someone calling. Now, this girl, she had a feeling, she had an emotion when she didn't find anyone on the line. What was that emotion, my time? Do you have the answer?
Angry and hunger.
That's correct. She got angry. Hey, who is it? Hello, who's there? She didn't have any answer. Good job. More questions. Something happened to her hair. And I'm going to ask this question to Maria. Maria, something happened with this girl's hair. What happened? If any of you has the answer, put the hands up. Eric, do you have the answer about what happened with her hair? All right, now let's go ahead and give the opportunity to famous Emily Giant. Jan, do you have the answer? What happened with her hair?
What?
Yeah, we had a track, the audio, the listening activity, and we had a nightmare. That wasn't a dream, that was a nightmare. Something happened with her hair. What happened with her hair during the nightmare?
She might be scared, like there's lots of things scaring her. What's her scariest thing?
Oh my goodness, awesome. Yeah, she was scared because her hair started falling, all right? Oh my goodness, what is happening with my hair? And then maybe she just woke up, okay? Good job. Now guys, we are gonna move on then to some, I'm going to show you some pictures about this. Let me do it here. I'm going to show you the pictures about some sleeping disorders. For example, sure, moving on your bed a lot while you're sleeping. That is what we call, guys, sleeping disorder. And we have number 1 here. I hope you can see it, this one. All right. Let's give the chance to Eric, could you please read number 1 and number 2 pictures? Read number 1 and read number 2.
Do you sleep well at night? And number is, do you have insomnia?
Good job. Excellent. Now, Mrs. Famous Emily Yan, do you sleep well at night? Do you?
I do.
Oh, also my respect. That is not the same situation with me. I'm going to tell you why later on, okay? Now, do you have insomnia? That is a question that I would like to ask to Jackie. Jackie, we are waiting for you. Do you have insomnia?
I think yes.
Oh, and Jackie, my wife, she has the same sleeping disorder. She cannot sleep at night, all right? So we are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it later on, okay? Now, let's ask to...
I do not suffer insomnia.
All right, good job. That's great for you. Awesome. Now, let's go ahead and read number 3 and number 4. And I'm going to ask to... Let me choose my 10. Are you there, my 10? Would you like to read number 3 and read number 4? No answers yet. Now let's give the opportunity to Luan. Yep.
Yes. Number 3, do you remember your dreams? And number 4, do you dream in color?
Yeah, and this is my question for you, buddy. Do you remember your dreams?
Normally, I always forget the dream when I wake up.
Yes. And during the day, when we see something related with our dreams, then we do remember the dreams of the night, okay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that happens to me too. And let me ask you, buddy, do you dream in colors?
For me, I
Not
think
yet.
not.
Actually, not yet.
All right. Me, I don't have dreams related with colors or something like that. Anyway, that is what we are going to talk about it today too. Now let's give the opportunity to, let me choose one. I guess this is Blake. Blake, are you Yuyen? Yuyen? Would you like to read number 5 or number 6? All right, I'm gonna choose another one then, don't worry. What about my Yuyen? My Yuyen, the girl with a girl in her profile picture. This might be like a singer or something like that. Are you available right now? No answers yet. It's okay. We do respect, guys. All right. Would you like to speak? Go ahead. Read number 5 and number 6. Number 5 and number 6. Okay. Now I'm going to read number 5 and number 6. Number 5 says, "Did you dream in black and white?" It's weird. I don't, guys. I don't. Number 6, do you have nightmares? And I would like to ask this question then to Alexandra. Alexandra, do you have nightmares?
I don't have. No, I don't have.
When was the last time you had a nightmare then?
When I was a teenager.
Oh, you are a lucky girl. You are a lucky girl because
yeah,
me, I have nightmares, guys.
All the time.
Yeah, like three or 4 times in a week. All right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right. And we are going to know why people have nightmares. Okay, we are going to have some causes about it. And I would like to ask to, let me choose Rebel. Rebel, are you available?
We can talk. We can talk.
Yeah. Also, could you please read number 7 and number 8?
Do you talk in your sleep? Do you sleepwalk?
And let me ask you, do you talk in your sleep?
I think I'm not really, just sometimes.
Hey, and you know what? I do. I do. All right. And let me ask
Why?
you, do you, we are going to know that answer later on because we have a text, and on that text, we will have the answers about why people speak or walk during dreams. All right. Now, number 8, do you sleepwalk? Are you a sleepwalker?
Yes, I have one time. I don't know why, but why I dream was that, so I come to my parents' rooms and I do something. I don't know. And in the morning when they say about that, oh my gosh.
Is that an often situation that happens to you every time or once in a moon?
I just have it one time.
One time. Guys, I would like to tell you guys all my sleeping disorders, and I'm working right now trying to overcome this situation. All right. Even this is a very common situation. It could be annoying for your wife, for your husband. Okay. Now let's go then for number 9. Number 9. This is the one for. And I'm going to choose, let me ask, I'm going to ask you to read number 9 and number 10 to Rebel. Rebel, are you there? Rebel, I already asked you, right? And what about Jessica? She changed the name. Thank you. Jessica, would you like to read number 9 and number 10? Number 9 and number 10, Jessica? Just read it.
Do you snore? And number 10. Do you
9.
Do you snore? Do you snore?
All right, we have someone with the microphone. Let me try to. All right, we had someone with the microphone. Jessica, could you please repeat number 9 and number 10? Sorry.
Okay, number 9 is do you snore? And number 10. And number 10 is do you draw?
Yeah, good. And Jessica, do you snore when sleeping? Do you snore?
Yes, I'm always. I don't know, but when I'm tired, I always snore.
Oh, this is common with men, with boys. Now, Jessica, you can cancel your microphone now, okay? Thank you. Jessica just said that she snores, and I said, oh my goodness, because this is common with men or boys. Now I say that girls also snore, all right? Like, oh, that could be very annoying. Now we have a message from Yume or Maria. She said, sorry, I write or say it. My tank teacher call you. Can I try, teacher? I have sleep rolls. All right. Yeah, let's give the chance then to Famous. Famous, could you please read number 11 and number 12?
May I can help? May I can try?
All right. Go ahead. Try.
Just you wake up on the floor. You toss and turn during in the night.
All right, and let me ask you, do you wake up on the floor sometimes?
Sometimes, no, I did not wake up on the floor, but I have a sunny in the bed.
Guys, you know what? Just tonight, the night before, guys, I woke up on the floor, and I will tell you, I do snore. I am a sleeping walker. I am a sleepwalker. I have many sleeping disorders, okay? So let's go ahead, guys, and listen to the track one more time. We are going to know the nightmare that someone had when sleeping, okay? Let's listen to it. Wait.
I also had a strange dream last night.
Give me a second. We are going to listen to this listening activity one more time.
Track 2.
I also had a strange dream last night. Really? Tell me about it. Well, I was in my room brushing my hair when the telephone rang. In your dream? Yes, in my dream. So I answered it, but there was no one on the line, and I got really angry and hung up. Then I went back to brushing my hair, and it started falling out.
What? Your hair?
Yes, it was awful.
There we had a sleeping disorder. What is the sleeping disorder, guys, according to this listening activity? If you have the answer, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you have the answer. According to the listening activity, what was the sleeping disorder? Come on, say it. Put the hands up. All right, now, Famous Emily, go ahead. What was the sleeping disorder?
What?
Yeah, what was the sleeping disorder according to the listening activity?
The listening activity.
Let me repeat her one more time. Don't worry. Listen up.
Dream last night. Really? I I also had a strange dream last night.
Really? Tell me about it.
Well, I was in my room brushing my hair when the telephone rang.
In your dream?
Yes, in my dream. So I answered it, but there was no one on the line, and I got really angry and hung up. Then I went back to brushing my hair, and it started falling out.
What? Your hair?
Yes, it was awful.
So, Mrs. Famous, do you have the answer? What was the sleeping disorder according to this listening activity?
Nightmare.
Yeah, that's hey, and it was an awful nightmare. Okay, what was or what has been the worst nightmare that you have had, Mrs. Famous?
The worst nightmare is one day I was having fun. Suddenly, a bunch of princesses arrived. I was surprised, but then Mom jumped into the car with no reason and said, "Goodbye, Emily. I am the mother of the princesses."
Oh my goodness. That was awesome too. Then let me ask to Anthony. Anthony, what is the what has been the worst nightmare that you have had? No answers? Let's ask to Mr. Sumalani. What has been the worst nightmare for you? Come on, Mr. Sumalani.
Yeah, I will see some snakes in the dream.
I'm sorry, could you repeat it one more time?
Yeah, some snakes come in my dream. So this
who is coming? Who is coming into your dreams?
Snakes.
Oh my goodness, yeah, and also on those pictures we had nightmares about snakes, and I had one nightmare that was 20 years ago, guys. 20 years ago, I was sleeping. My mom, my siblings, everybody was sleeping, and then I was on a bridge. I was walking on the bridge, and I was about to go to the other side of the bridge, and suddenly, guys, a big nightmare, like an anaconda, right? Just was like this. He goes, "Hey, stop. Who are you?" And I said, "My goodness, don't do anything to me, please, guys." And suddenly the snake, boom, is try to like eat me or swallow me. Oh my goodness, I cannot forget that nightmare. That happened to me 20 years ago. Guys, we are gonna, I'm going to read here the chat. We have good evening from Russia. Teacher Tim is already here. Wow, nightmares, a bunch of princesses. Yeah, your worst nightmares, sir. Awesome. Guys, we are going to now have a writing activity, okay? So I want you to write down the following information. Let me share this PowerPoint presentation. Guys, I want you to write down that information, okay? Write down why is sleeping important, what happens with the brain and the body. I'm going to give you some information. Se puede, the call might get disconnected or this class, come back if that happens, okay? Write down why is sleeping important. Brain, you have to complete information. You have to complete information about body. And let's jump into how can I sleep well, or how can you sleep well? I'm going to give you the reading activity. Wait, I just want you to write it down. Write it down because I'm going to ask you guys, okay? 1 minute, and I'm going to show you the reading activity. 1 minute. Write it down. Write it down.
Write it where?
Don't you have a notebook?
I do.
Awesome. Write it down on your notebook then, okay? Everybody, 30 seconds and I will move on. 30 seconds and I will move on. Ten seconds and we will move on, guys. 10 seconds. Okay. Now, in the meantime, let me read something about Jackie. Jackie wrote, good morning, teacher. I'm working, so I'm here to listen. Awesome, don't worry. So let me write down here, Jackie. Sorry, I write or say it. May 10, teacher call you. Hey, good evening. I'm Innovative English of Vietnam and Web Talkers. Good evening from Russia. Good evening, teacher team. All right. All right. Let's do it now. Guys, remember, keep your microphones off or disconnected. Off or disconnected. All right, now let's listen to it. Now, this is gonna be the reading. I'm gonna ask you to some of you to help me out with the reading. Remember, you can zoom in or zoom out your screen. Let me silence here. All right, so we are going to read this together and quickly. In the meantime, guys, I just want you to check your answers or pick up your answers from this reading, okay? So I'm gonna ask you to some of you to help me out. So please raise your hand if you want to speak. Help me out just to read this. I'm going to read from number 1 to number 10. If someone else wants to read, please raise your hand, okay? So here we go. Excellent. I have 3 students who wants to participate. Let me see who wants to do it after me. We have Famous. Awesome. Famous, you are going to read for number 11 to number 19. Alexandra, you are going to read from number 20 to number 25. Pam Duyen, or Pam Duyen, you are going to read from 26 to 30. Then we have Maria. Maria, you are going to read from 31 to 35. And finally, we have Susan Chuan, you are going to read from 26 to 28. Here we go, let's do it. Are you ready? I'm sorry, let's do it. Sleeping is a very important part of your daily routine. The body needs to rest and the brain needs to sort out all the information of the day. To sleep well, you need to go to bed at the same time every night. You can even create a routine so your body knows it is time to sleep. For example, drink a glass of warm milk, brush your teeth, read a little, and then switch off the lights. Some children and adults can't sleep well. Now, next. Famous, go ahead from 11 to 19. Come on, you can do it.
Emotions happen when you are stressed, worried, or worried, when you're in your room or your bed is not comfortable, or when you play, exercise, or drinking sodas too near to your bedtime. Keep a sleeping diary can help you identify what is causing your lack of sleep. When you dream, everybody dreams, but not everybody remembers what they dream. You always dream about things.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now, let's go with Mrs. Alexandra, 20 to 25. Did I say that? Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Like friends, family, your pet, a video game, a place you visited recently, and so on. Your dreams can be affected by your mood, your worries, or something like you're excited about. Sometimes you can have a bad.
All right, awesome. Now let's go. Next one is gonna be, all right, everybody is here already. So we were working with
Yeah. Hello again.
Who was, yes, hi. Yeah, let me show you the window, the screen one more time. Allow me a few seconds, please. All right. Here we get it. All right. Now, the one who was reading, I guess it was Pam DM from 26 to 30, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes.
All right.
Dream or nightmares. They are dreams that scare you and make you wake up.
Like
Jelly
or anxious.
Jenny, let's wait for Pan DM. Jenny, you are going to read from 30 to 35, if I'm not wrong, okay? Go ahead, continue. Wake up, yelling.
Sorry, but right now I can speak.
Yeah, go ahead, go.
Yes, yelling or stand and sound. They are normal, and sometimes talking about them can make them go away.
All right, good job. Good job. Now, from 31 to 35, go ahead, Jenny. 31 to 35.
Yeah. Sleeping, working, and talking in your sleep are common in children. They don't reflect any medical or psychological problem. Yeah. But your parents need to create a safe home environment so that you don't get hurt.
Good. Now we have 3 lines missing. I guess the 3 lines belongs to Jessica, right? Jessica, 36, 37, and 38. All right. Jessica, go ahead. 36, 37, and 38.
All work out of the house. Something important to remember is never to wake up somnambulist.
Somnambulist, yeah, sleepwalker. Thank you so much, guys. Now we have a lot of information about sleeping disorders. All right, what causes it? How can we help people who suffers from these? Let me try to use. So guys, now we have information about sleeping disorders, all right? Basically, we were talking about the following. We were talking about why is sleeping important? What happens with your brain, with your body? What is insomnia? What causes it? How can I sleep well? They gave us some items, some tips, all right, about you can follow up them, and then you might have an awesome night. Finally, What do we dream about? What affects our dreams? That was, guys, what we did today. And I'm gonna ask to some of you to answer the question. What happens with the brain when we sleep, all right? Or what are the effects that we have toward nightmares, dreams, brain, and body? Raise your hand if you want to speak, guys. Who wants to answer the question? Raise your hand. Come on, this is your time. This is your time. Come on. We are going to answer what happens with the brain and what happens with our body when we sleep well and when we have nightmares or sleeping disorders. So raise your hand. I'm waiting for 2 participations. Now we have, let's see who raised their hands right here. I have Maria and we have Emily. Let's give the chance to Maria. Maria, what happens with our brain and our body? Go ahead.
What happens with our brain and our body when we go to sleep is, when you go to sleep, the brain needs to sort out all the information of the day, and the body can rest after a hard-working day or a lot of activity we did in the day.
Good. Awesome. That was the perfect information, the information that we needed, okay? And we could find it right on the slices. Let us say over here, I guess they were about what happens with our body and the brain. What do they need to rest, okay? Now let's give the chance to, who was the other one who wanted to talk besides Maria? Raise your hand if you want to talk, guys. Don't be afraid. Come on, because the question. All right, Mrs. Emily. Emily, my question is, how can we sleep well? How? What should I do? Come on.
Sometimes people drink milk. Sometimes people count sheep. Sometimes they hug tightly to their parents.
Yeah. Totally right.
For me, I sleep by watching telephone.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. Now, keep in mind that according to the text, they mention, drinking milk, a warm cup of milk, maybe coffee, but we need to stop like watching TV or listening to the radio because the brain.
Read a book.
That could be a way. But someone said that the brain needs to shut off the information before go to bed, okay? So thank you so much. Guys, if you have any questions, raise your hand because we're about to finish with this class about, sleeping disorders, okay? We answered the question about why it is insomnia, what causes it, how can we sleep well, and we talk, guys, about snoring. Oh my goodness, that is really annoying if you have a wife or a husband with this sleeping disorder. Then we talk about nightmares. We talk about sleepwalkers and some. Now, we finished already, so I will let you ask to, let me see if he is still here. Mr. Tim, are you here? Or he's gone already? All right. He's gone. Now, guys, someone, ventana, dejar de compartir. Okay, we finished with this class, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and for being here. Maria, are you going to say something? Go ahead, Maria.
Yes. So, do we have a part 2?
Yeah, the next class is going to be about Colombia and the education system.
So will we start right after this class finish, or we will wait until 9:30?
The class is gonna be, let me see the time, it's gonna be at 9 p.m. for you and 9 a.m. for me. Okay?
Okay, I got it, teacher.
All right. Guys, if you have more questions, raise your hands. Felek or Maseret, you have a question? Go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Yes. Hi. Go ahead.
Actually, I don't have any question. I just want to introduce myself. It's my first time to attend your class.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Today we talk about sleeping disorders, and we're going to have more classes depending or according to your levels. All right. C1, B1, and so on. Welcome to Web Talk. Welcome to JD English Learning. Okay. Now we have someone with a question. Jackie, you have a question? Go ahead.
Teacher, why you don't have a bus trees? Because I want to learn more with you because it's first time.
Sorry, could you repeat the question again, Mrs. Jackie?
Why you don't have a part trees? Because I want to learn more with you because here's the first time.
You asked me why don't we have parties?
No, she's talking about why you don't have the part 3 of this thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow. All right, we have a Web Talk marathon this weekend, so tomorrow I will have 2 more classes. All right, so today was about sleeping disorder, the next one is about Colombia and the education system, and tomorrow I will have 2 more classes. But yeah, I can create part 2 for sleeping disorders if that is what she meant. All right, now Emily, you have a question. Go ahead.
My question is, how can you stop insomnia?
Oh my goodness. Hey, children always come out with difficult questions. You know, in the text, yeah, good job. In the text, the reading said that what we can do about sleepwalkers is do not wake them up. But about insomnia, we don't have like a clear, let us say, solution for this. In this case, Emily, we have to go and ask to a psychologist, or we have to ask to a professional person in this field, okay? But that was a tough question. Good job. Guys, more questions? We're about to finish. Duan Tran, questions. Duan Tran.
Hello, teacher. Yes. My name is Zong Chan. Yes. Today, no. I don't have a question for you, but I want to talk with you something that I am thinking. And I thank you, teacher, so much. And this is the first I join your class. Yes, the first time. Yes, and I don't confident, and I try the next lesson. Do you understand me?
I'm trying, honey. If someone can go ahead and recapitulate what she said, that would be awesome. All right.
I can help you.
Please, go ahead.
She's talking about it's the first time he joined your class. It was great, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
no,
the question,
and she said that she is not confident, but
confident in speaking.
Yeah.
I got it. She feels better now regarding and toward the classes, right? She feels confidence. That's it, right?
Yeah, I think yeah.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, guys, I love when students participate. Okay, no matter your errors, mistakes, just boom, say something. That's what I love and what I like. Guys, let's give the chance to Mr. Tim Seems to be he wants to say something to us. Let's listen to him, all right? Go ahead, Tim.
Teacher Jesus?
Yep.
You want Teacher Tim to talk right now?
Yeah, go ahead and say something about the class and about the coming classes too, okay?
Well, we're going to answer the insomnia question from famous Emily.
Yeah.
That's very simple.
Yeah.
And, oh yes, Teacher Emily, Teacher Tim's going to invite you to some web talk interactive classes on true wellness. And based on that question, oh yes, because Teacher Tim knows all the answers, just waiting patiently for students like you to ask the questions. So just want to make that clear. So Teacher Emily, look for those web talk posts on the True Wellness interactive classes. Teacher Jesus, well done.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, because I'm always a wandering girl, wondering about things. Like how were slippers invented?
Those are good questions, and I suppose, as Mr. Teacher said, he has the answer, right? Now, we will finish, guys, with Jessica. Jessica said she had a question. After that, we are going to finish with this class, okay? Jessica, go ahead. All right. In this case, let's give the to Susan Swan. Next time, I'm gonna ask you guys use like American names or something like that for us to pronounce the names properly. Okay. Susan, would you like to say something?
I have a question. How to get up early?
Okay. Now, the answer for that question was not in the text. Okay. So I'm not going to invent the answer, but I'm going to tell you something that works for me, just for me. Believe it or not, I go to bed listening to opera. And that way, in the morning, I have the strength for me to wake up and start an active day. But that works for me. I don't know if that would work for you, okay? So that is my answer so far about it. Guys, thank you so much for being here, and let's see you next time, okay? Bye-bye, guys.
Yeah. Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
teachers.
Bye-bye, guys.
Teachers. Goodbye. See you next time.
Thank you for the meeting.
You're welcome.